So in chapter 6, recall and hybrid search, we take a look at the recall system and how it works and what makes Dreamforce Brain feel magical compared to a simple keyword search. This chapter will explain how semantic search and traditional keyword matching work together. So about lexical search, which is keyword matching, a traditional search query or code might use query words that must appear in a document. The advantages is that it's fast, that it's exact, that it's great for specific terms like code commands or usernames. But it can miss synonyms, related concepts, or vague descriptions. So Postgre implements this as a full text search FTS using TS vector columns and TS query operations. You could call it like fuzzy, sounds like, looks like, also relates to, similar to this in the context of that, still meaning you're talking about an apple without saying so. You might describe the sound of eating or biting into it, the color of it, related to other fruits that is from the same species. And with enough grounded training, it might identify it as an apple without knowing you used the word apple. The semantic search, meaning matching, embeddings-based search, converts text to a vector of numbers representing meaning, then finds those vectors that are close in meaning. The pros of this is that it finds related content even with different words. The cons are it can serve as false positives sometimes. It's also slower and requires embedding generation, which we implemented with pgvector. It's powered by pgvector cosine similarity queries, as it's known in the industry. Ask your agent to explain how pgvector achieves this for extra learning. Now, if you're wondering whether you should use one or the other, the answer is you really should use both. So in the hybrid methodology, you get the best of both worlds, right? You can say, for instance, if you search for the words pgvector setup, then lexical method will win. So your node titled Postgre pgvector install notes matches exactly on the word pgvector. So the semantic might miss this if it's overgeneralizing to all database nodes. But if you search, where is that article about vector databases? Notice you don't say Postgres. The semantic will win because your saved URL titled Understanding Embeddings in Production doesn't contain the word vector database, but it is semantically very close to it, and so lexical search would miss it. This is why you need the hybrid approach to get the best result. So vector embedding is not magic. It is just a mathematical way to represent data. You could think of it in a 3D multi-dimensional space, kind of like gaming. So if you ever played a computer game and you have the controls for your objects, they are represented by X, Y, Z axis. That analogy can be transferred to vector embeddings in some sense. Because when your text goes in, your numbers comes out. An embedding model reads a piece of text and converts it into a list, typically around 1,500 numbers, and this is called a vector. But then similar text produce similar vectors. The numbers move closer together in this multi-dimensional space when the concepts are related. So pets might sit similar in the same space in a multi-dimensional vector database, but a dog and a cat, although more or less close under the pets area, will not be as close as a different kind of cats and the different kinds of dogs, which will be closer together. So vectors are stored in the database. In our case, the pgvector extension adds vector 1536 column type to the Postgres database, and this stores the list of numbers alongside the rest of the memory record. And then when you want to search for it, it converts the query to a vector as well. And so by searching this vector database, that phrase is also embedded into a vector using the same model. This gives us then a target vector to compare against what we search for and what we're looking for. So using a process called cosine similarity between the query vector and the stored memory, we can determine how to respond. The memories with the highest similarity scores, it's like a weighted score of probability, if you want to call it that, are then returned as the most semantically relevant result. So just something that I discovered while building this app was this real world issue. If you add the embedding feature to an existing app that already has data, mine did, with existing records, but they were not embedded, we had to add a feature called database backfill embeddings with a special script that processes all the old memories and generate vectors for them because they initially were not stored as vectors, but you don't want to re-enter all your data, especially if it's a lot. Or you might start with a database that has no knowledge of vector embeddings and vector storage. You can migrate that to become a vector store. So the key lesson is for a search-heavy product, you can use both lexical and semantic search from day one. Starting with keyword-only search is a common shortcut that causes major refactoring pains later, meaning you have to redo the code, adjust the code, and make it smarter to work properly. But pgvector and PostgreSQL makes adding semantic search straightforward from the start when you're already using PostgreSQL anyway. So highly recommend it. And like I said, there are many others like Pinecone, for example.